You can call me Bosh Wang. I don't mean to sound insulting, sir. You have a very funny name. Alrighty. Where do we leave off? Ah, that's right. She's insulting me. Could be anywhere then. Yes. I didn't argue with her because even I nearly can't stand that body odor on myself. Oh god. I smell so bad, even I hate it. The steam from Yella taking her bath here earlier is still lingering in the air when I step inside. How should I get the hot water to flow out? I walk to the clean bathtub and feel perplexed when I see a totally unfamiliar metallic knob. What does it say up here? Instructions? While I'm at a loss, I suddenly notice a small card on a nearby wall. It's a handwritten note, and I can understand the simple wording on it, even though I'm half literate. Turn the described handle to the left as much as possible and pull it. Do not forget to plug the hole at the bottom. It looks like someone already plugged that hole at the bottom though. I read out the words and follow the instructions at the same time. Upon pulling that thing, which looks like a handle, water abruptly sprays out from the shower head on top that resembles a lotus seed head. Ah! I couldn't dodge the water gushing out in time, but the water... Sorry, I'm dying a little. I couldn't dodge the water gushing out in time, but the water feels rather comfortable. It is neither cold nor hot. Yella wrote this? Aw. She truly does care about me. Is there anyone else besides her? I undress and jump into the bathtub. The warm water feels refreshing. That girl. I shut my eyes, immerse my body in the warm water, and Yella's features appear right in front of me. Her soft lips and skin can bring a smile to anyone. Actually, she's still quite cute. A warm feeling emerges deep in my heart. I have never felt this way before. Ooh. My man getting a little lovey-dovey over here. A refreshing breeze blew across, and the aromatic smell of roses woke me up from my nap. We have stayed at this luxurious hotel for 2 days, yet it was the first time I have slept so comfortably. I haven't had a good night's sleep in the past few days, nor that earlier period in my life from 3 centuries ago, for a little more than 20 years. Ooh, yeah. I sit up and look at the window. Yella is sitting on the sofa beside that spot and looking outside. A calendar is next to her hand, and she seems to be thinking about something. Her dainty legs are on the sofa, with her body fully extended, and she really looks good in the hotel's bathrobe. Daylight is streaming in through the window on this vampire girl, producing a heavenly glow. It looks agreeable and conflicting at the same time. A breeze blows across, lifting her loose flowing hair, and she extends a hand to hold it in place. The scene simply resembles an oil painting the rich usually collect. Ah yes, I've woken up. The rose has got me. You're up early? Did you sleep well last night? Well, I guess that's a good thing. She looks at me after turning away from the window. Oh, like a baby. You smell really nice. After lots of tossing and turning, I was finally able to fall asleep. Why did I mention her smell? What was the point of that?
よく眠れたわね。こんな美少女が隣で寝てたんじゃ、変な気を起こして眠れないんじゃないかと思ったわ。
Hey, yo, hold on. I ain't that type of guy. I ain't that type of guy. I want to make that clear. Not my intention. Not that type of guy. I just want to sleep, man. I'm tired. Those feelings from the bathtub yesterday suddenly resurface, and I answer without thinking. It seems probable to assume that one would scheme. After all, you are so beautiful that my heart races just by looking at you. Yella suddenly blushes a bit, and she closes her eyes.
嘘でしょ？何かしたんじゃないでしょうね。
Do what? What should I do? What is she talking about? I don't know women, man. What is she talking about? What's going on? No. I had second thoughts afterwards, and I'd prefer to live longer for a few days. that laugh was did not like that. A breeze blows across while Yella is laughing, and her hair sways across the wooden sofa. She turns her head and looks at me evilly.
もし私が許したら？
I'm sorry, how do we get to this? Her purple eyes look just like that time when I first saw her. They can make anyone lose hold of themselves, and I can feel something deep in my heart that is about to burst. Since when did my fear of this vampire girl start to turn into trust? Perhaps I am beginning to realize something now. What is that thing? What should I do? Go over to embrace her? My instincts are telling me that I should be able to do it now. However, Yella has always been a girl who is difficult to comprehend. Although I can sense her affinity with me, this form of living simply came from that trust in each other when we made our pact, or something more. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't tangle with this delicate beauty for now. I wouldn't dare either. You may have given your permission, but in fact, you are definitely like a praying mantis waiting to devour me alive. See, I knew it. Yella chuckles before returning to look out the window.
どうなのかし
Who knows? You know. You know.
ら？あんたは将来何をしたいの？
What do you mean? What am I supposed to make a plan? Yella hesitated for a moment when she said future, as if the word was very puzzling for her. Future? I repeat the word, because I also think it is somewhat vague. We have been living in the future for all the while, I must say.
うん。
You know what, we have been doing that. Yella sighs softly and seems a little frustrated. I have always been a cook. I just want to learn some culinary skills and open my own restaurants in the future. Although I held this ambition 3 centuries ago, the so-called number of years feels like a few days ago for me. But I'm still uncertain about the state of affairs in this era, and I'm following a vampire at present. It is really hard to tell what the future and such bodes for us. Yella didn't say anything. She just turns to look at the slippers on the carpeted floor. I'm not saying that it's bad for me to accompany you. We're of the same kind, and I think it's great that you're here with me now. After all, you are the only person who can really understand what I say, since we're all that's left as people from ancient times.
うん。レストランを始めましょう。
If only it was that easy. We can't just be like, you know what, I want a restaurant. I couldn't even snap. That's how hard it is. That's how unbelievable it is. Yella suddenly opens her mouth as if she didn't hear the things I said earlier. What?
お金は私が出すわ。あんたは料理を作って、もしまずいというやつがいたら、そいつを私が食べる。
Alright, well, thank you for the support. But what capital? What capital does this girl have? The only capital she has is the money in my pockets. No. What sort of crooked establishment are we running?
どうなのよ。お店をやるの。
I mean, you know what? People might like some dishes from 300 years ago if I could find the ingredients. Yella's tone sounds very serious. She even raises her head to look at me again over this. I think it is a rather good idea.
じゃあ、そうしましょう。
Again, it's not that simple. Yella extends and sways her feet after saying it, producing groaning noises from the sofa due to the pressure on it. But we'll definitely need a lot of money to open a restaurant in this modern age. We don't own any property. It can only rent a shop unit facing the street like that apartment we saw the other time. The monthly rental for a shop alone will be costly. Ooh, when we buy ingredients, employ people and such, the money we have on us, oh I got the hiccups, won't last long. Besides, if we don't get enough people at our restaurant during the first few months, things may get worse later on until we'll have to close down because the income isn't enough to sustain the business.
たかがお金の問題じゃない。ほら、私もいるし。
And how are you going to help, huh? I immediately shake my head. No. The purpose in starting a business is to make money. What's the point if you go around robbing others again?
私にはあんまり意味はないけど、あんたには。
Aw, she'll rob people for me. Now that's a true friend right there. To me?
そうよ。あんたの願いを叶えてあげたいの。
But why all of a sudden, huh? Why? Is she trying to repay me for saving her life that earlier time? Because if so, I was kind of forced to. Because if you die, I die. It's kind of how it works. I'm speechless. This vampire girl actually has been thinking so much for my sake. My heart feels warm, and the indescribable feeling seems to be getting stronger. No, you were at death's door the other time. You might really lose your life the next time.
私は強いわ。あんたも知ってるでしょ？普通の人間にどうにかできるような。
Oh, really? Sure, most people. How about most firearms, huh? You know, there's much more than just that one pistol out there. No. Whenever I recall how this snarky yet delicate girl was covered in blood the other time, my heart would feel as if it was being bitten by thousands of ants from deep inside. Ugh, sounds awful. Don't risk your life just because you are a vampire. Someone will be sad if you get injured.
じゃあどうすればいいのよ。
Well, that's the thing. We gotta come up with a plan. We gotta find out where we're gonna make this capital, as you said. We can look for honest work and earn our keep just like all the normal people in society. I don't believe the world 300 years later can be more cruel than the earlier time period. As long as one is willing to work hard, we can live openly. I know how to cook some dishes, and this era has a lot more restaurants than before, so chefs will be in higher demand. I'm only saying something off the top of my head because I still have no idea on how to achieve this goal, but it is certainly the right course of action. I noticed a lot of places had help wanted signs posted at their doors. We can try our luck there. Yella nods after listening to me.
いいわ。私も手伝ってあげる。もし読めない字があったら笑い物になるかもしれないでしょ？
You know what? That's probably a good thing. Not the laughingstock, her reading everything. Then she stands up and sorts out her attire. After having our breakfast at the hotel, we reach the city center. This place has the most number of restaurants. And we're back to that. As we walk along the streets, we have a mutual understanding after being together over the past few days. We were walking more closely, yet we won't touch each other. Our footsteps are also in sync, such that I'm even under the impression that we have been together for a very long time. It's been like, what, a week? We had the first day and the first night, which was at the blood bank, I'm pretty sure. It hasn't even been a week. It's only been like, what, 3 days, maybe? He said 2, so maybe 5 at most? Man. Time is so slow here. Or maybe I'm just a slow reader. In some respects, it is an extensive period of time since 300 years have passed, yet we have been traveling together for barely a few days, so it can be considered short too.
あのお店、求人って書いてあるわよ。
Okay, what kind of establishment is it? I'll go in and take a look. Yella nods and we walk towards that restaurant. But, But a maitre at the doorway calls us before we can enter. Welcome. Would you like to eat here? We've already eaten. I explained to the head waiter at the entrance while pointing to the notice at one side. Now I see you're hiring someone, yes? Yes. You're here for the job interview. Have you brought your resume along? I don't know how to sound French. Resume? I look at Yella, but she shakes her head. It seems she has no idea what that word means at all. A resume has your personal particulars and work experience. You can also list any awards if you have those. Then he asks a question. Well, have you worked anywhere before? I used to be an assistant chef at a restaurant called Cook's Restaurant. Alright, if you have work experience, please bring along your resume and relevant references. You can come in for an interview. The matron smiles and nods at me. I will think about it. I can only leave in disappointment. Yeah, that's gonna be a little bit of a problem, ain't it? We're gonna need to be looking for an entry-level job, and I have no idea how to do this thing called a resume. Man, must have been a wonderful time when you could just walk in and be like, I need a job, and they go like, you're hired. Although we failed at this restaurant, it didn't shake my confidence. Never mind, let's go to the next one. We should be able to find a restaurant that will only look at a person's culinary skills without asking for those things. And off we go. Then we head to the next restaurant. Eventually, we inquired at all the restaurants around here and realized I was really too naive. At this age, the so-called proof in the form of relevant certificates and references were really something we couldn't do without. If I wanted to apply for the position of a senior chef, they would ask for my work history. If I applied to be an assistant chef, they required proof of my educational qualifications. I didn't have either of those. Hence, we had been wandering around blindly for an entire afternoon until I found the reason upon asking a restaurant manager. They wanted to raise the standard for this profession, prevent outsiders from competing with those they recognize, and assure chefs of their livelihoods. Sheesh. Even if Mr. Cook comes to this world, I don't think he can be employed as a chef either. In fact, I'm on the verge of giving up in despair after hearing that manager's explanation, but we have already walked all the way from the city to the outskirts. And we'd hate to go back now. What if the next one is willing to hire me? Oh, cool. Another rejection. I love it. Yella suddenly tugs at my clothes and points to a small bar on the other side of the street. Eastern Bar. I look at the somewhat seedy bar and the wide, endless stretch of road going all the way back. Never mind, let's take a look. The bar door is open. Ooh, I feel like this is going to be an important place considering we can see an interior of it. The bar door is open, and the place doesn't have a waiter to show people to their tables with a smile. Welcome, can I get you something to eat? When we step inside, a voice suddenly booms out that I nearly jump in fright. Okay, thank you. I can speak for myself, Yella. Yella points at me, and I quickly compose myself when I remember our purpose in coming here. We saw you are hiring assistant chefs. I wonder if you still need any. Yeah, yes. The owner smiles, gets up from his chair, and comes over to us affably. Oh, hang on, whoa, big guy. Hello, I'm Wang Wenjin. You can call me Boss Wang. Hello there, Boss Wang. It took me a minute to realize what I was saying. You can call me Boss Wang. I don't mean to sound insulting, sir. You have a very funny name. He seems like a very large fella.
Have you worked as an assistant chef before? Have you worked as an assistant chef before?
Yes, I used to work as one at a small restaurant, and I know how to prepare a few Western dishes too.
Okay, it's good that you have prior experience. Let's go to the kitchen at the back and show me your abilities.
Boss Wang suddenly pats my back, and I find it a bit weird because this is something only cooks who are very close with each other would do during my time. It shows that he's already regarded me as a chef. Yes, he knows I'm a chef, let's go. You don't need a resume?
That plaything is jack squat. No matter how well people write on those, they can't even peel potatoes. So it is just too much of a hassle. Come on, follow me.
I was trying to go for like a larger guy voice, but instead this is not the voice I was looking for, but it's the voice I'm making now, so oh well. Boss Wang enters the kitchen at the back after giving his reply. Yella, find yourself a seat and wait for me.
わかった。ここに座ってるわ。
Yeah, that's right. Who's the boss in this relationship now? I probably shouldn't say that. She points to a wooden chair nearby. I nod at her as I follow the owner to the kitchen at the back. What a big kitchen. Wow. What is that big metallic pan used for?
Oh, you used to make Western dishes. This is your first time seeing a utensil used in Eastern cooking?
Yes. Yes, sorry. I know I should know these things, but I don't. I'm a little behind the times. I begin to have doubts about myself when I see the things around me.
What dishes can you prepare then?
Well, I count the dishes I can make with my fingers. Cauliflower meatballs, corn soup mixed with vegetables, braised sirloin with tomatoes.
Oh, they are just simple dishes.
Boss Wang sounds a bit disappointed. Listen, man, I'm sorry, but I can learn. I swear, I can learn. I'm a good learner. I'm a good listener.
But it's okay. Let me see your basic skills. You should still know how to wash and slice vegetables, right?
Yes, I know how to do those. I can still do something.
Oh, fine. Show me how you peel a potato.
Alright. I go over and pick a potato from a sack, wash away the soil on it by using running water from a tap, take a kitchen knife on the table, and begin to peel the tubber? Peel the tubber while rotating it. Is that what it's called? Tubber? The entire process goes smoothly, since I would often do this when I worked for Mr. Cook, and I hand the entire peeled item to Boss Wang in no time.
Not bad. You're rather skilled at it. You can work here.
Eh? Is that easy? I got a job! I got the job! Let's go! High five me! Yeah!
Oh yes, because we've been at war for the last few years. The economy is getting worse. Prices of things are going up, and it is getting harder to employ anyone.
We are at war? From what I saw, people were generally happy in the city. Even the outskirts were just a little chaotic. Where were the signs of war?
Yes, you don't know. You never watched the news. This war's been going on for quite a few years.
Is that far away? If there's a war, I should talk to Yella. I should take Yella out of this place as soon as possible. I don't want to end up as a war casualty like Mr. Cook.
Very far. Halfway across the globe.
Halfway across the globe? Although I'm not too sure about the distance, it seems Boss Wang placed special emphasis on the words very far, and I feel relieved. Looks like this war has nothing to do with me. Yeah, that's the thought process many of us have. It's all the way over there. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Right, sigh. Some people have profited from this war, but common people like us are suffering from it. Look at this place. A few years ago, it used to be a restaurant before the conflict started. Then it became really difficult for me to retain my chefs. That's why I always forced to change it to a bar. Otherwise, I couldn't carry on.
Sounds really tough. Seems I am too optimistic about this world 3 centuries later.
Oh, never mind. Even if the sky is falling, life goes on. people would still need to run a business, eat, and sleep as usual.
That's true.
Alright, time to work.
Boss Wang pats my shoulder and points to a dish at one side that a cook just poured out from a pot. Oh, wait, there are other people here? I thought it was just me and Wang.
Your first task is to serve that dish to table 8.
There are people here? There are actually people. It just looks so empty. Oh, I hit something. I hit something I shouldn't have. Okay. After giving my answer, I go over to that dish, which smells fragrant. It smells so good, and the spices are really enticing. What is this dish called? I've never seen it before.
Oh, this is called Mao Zu Wang, a duck blood tofu and spicy broth.
Duck blood? You got any human blood? I know someone out there who would pay top dollar for some human blood.
I can teach you how to make it in the future if you do a good job here.
I'm really grateful. I hold the rather hot porcelain bowl in my hands and carefully carry it out of the kitchen. Table 8. Table 8. There are no numbers here. I mutter to myself and locate table 8. Upon taking a closer look, I realize Yella is at that table. How come it's you? You ordered it? I placed a dish on her table.
やっと来た。
She bought the food. Why? That's not what we're here for. I thought you can't eat the food by humans. Aren't you wasting your money? Oh my god, I forgot about that. She can't even taste it. Yella skillfully takes a pair of wooden sticks from a wooden container and points at the menu on one
これ
side.
はマオシェワンっていうらしいわ。血を使ってるって店員が言ってたから、何なのか気になったの。
It's duck blood. Can she even have animal blood? Is that a substitute? Fine, but leaving a large amount of food uneaten in front of the chef is an insult to him.
大丈夫よ。あんたがいるでしょ。持って帰って食べればいいわ。
I mean, I guess I am rather hungry. This dish only smells good when it's hot. I'm sure it won't taste as nice when it's cold. Yella ignores me. She uses the pair of wooden rods to take a piece of solidified blood and put into her mouth. Then she immediately looks as if she had just swallowed a piece of magma and clutches her chest in agony. What's wrong? I can't tell what could possibly be wrong from this picture.
水、熱い。
Well, you should have been a bit more careful. Give me a minute. I hurry to the bar counter and fetch a glass of iced water. Here. Yella brings the glass to her mouth and downs the cold water chilled with ice in one go. I don't like these noises. I don't like these noises she's making. Don't force yourself if you can't eat it.
いや、
Huh?
熱いけどこれ意外と美味しいわ。
Oh, well, look at that. She can eat some food. I mean, I guess she can eat this, like, bloody food. Are you serious?
味がわかるのはこれが初めて。よくわからないけど、いろんな味が混ざり合ってる感じがするわ。
It's just got a little bit of everything. Really? This is a cause for celebration. Yella nods elatedly. Elatedly? We have really discovered a new frontier.
Oh, where's the new employee? Time to serve the other dishes.
However, Boss Wang's voice suddenly rings out from the kitchen before she can elaborate further on this amazing piece of news. I have to get back to work. Enjoy your meal.
ここで待ってるわね。
Alright. Boss Wang, what's with that Mao Zhang Wang earlier? Zhu? Mao Zhu? Wei? Gui? I don't know these things. But anyway, we'll leave it off there. We'll find out more about that next time. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. See you later.